Greetings, luxe lovers! Welcome or welcome back. Here we believe in intentional luxury and we're not afraid to invest in pieces that will work for us. So if that resonates with you, then please consider subscribing and stay a while. So fall is in full swing and it's been a few months since I came back from Paris. So after the end of summer trips with my family, I decided to spend some time with my local SA, so I recently went into the store to do a bit of a fall shop. And I have to say, there's really no place like home, or at least your home Hermes store that is, when you really have a good relationship with your SA. So needless to say, I had a successful session with my local boutique, and I was even able to score an unexpected bag. What a warm welcome home. So let's jump right in. All right, so first we'll start off with some beauty related items, and they don't come packaged up, so I just put them in a bag for a surprise. But the first thing I got was the Eau de Rhubarbe Écarlate Eau de Cologne. And in French, this roughly translates into scarlet rhubarb, hence the kind of scarlet coloring on the bottle. But this is the cologne version of the scent that I unboxed in my previous video about unfinished business from Paris. This is the scent that they have in terms of like hand soap in the FSH store in Paris. So of course I really love the memory of going to that store, and now I'm all in on the smells. I have the hand lotion, the hand soaps, and now I have the cologne. And while I'm pretty sensitive to smells, I was really excited to add this to my collection. I'm told that cologne is the lowest concentration and it wears off easily, so I think I'll really enjoy this. And then next in my unbagging is this, and it is the Hermes Barenia Eau de Parfum in the 60 milliliter size. So again, in my previous video about the Hermes Fall Winter 2024 beauty drops, you'll know that I tried this on and I gave you my very novice take on how it smelled to me. And I have to say, I really love this one. Again, I'm sensitive to smells, so it's interesting that I'm adding two different fragrances from Hermes to my collection, but I actually feel like this would be a good winter scent because it's so warm. And the rhubarb one could be a really good spring summer scent for me. So I feel like I have all my scent bases covered. But I do want to open it up with you because the bottle was so beautiful that I feel like we just really need to take a look. My store doesn't wrap these, and on the website it comes in a few different sizes. So here is a close-up on the box. It has that silver tone. Has some embossing. It's refillable. Let's get right in. Ooh, nice and shiny. So I'll very carefully take it out. That's gorgeous, look at that. Oh, it's like super transparent, a little yellow, but look at this beautiful bottle. It's like glistening. And so here's the Hermes logo on the top. Here are the little studs reminiscent of the Collier de Chien or CDC design. And that is nice. So if we take this off, pops right off. And here is the sprayer, and that is super pretty. And also to note that the etching of Hermes is like on the back of the bottle, so you have to like see through the bottle to see Hermes. And actually the name of the perfume is not even on here, so you kind of just need to know that this stud accent is part of the Barenia line. But obviously it does say it on the bottom. It's just hard to read because it's translucent. So this scent, again, I recommend, but I love it. And I just felt like after I used a few spritzes of the sample, it was like I was addicted and I wanted to wear it every day. So I bought the bottle. All right, so next what I'll do is I'll pick this larger box. Two dust bags, so you know what that means. So here we are, one big dust bag, and I got a pair of the fresh ankle boots in the color Noir. Now these are pretty cool. I'm a bit late to the game because these are like a few seasons old, but I got the nylon. What was interesting, what really got me in store was I did see them online in the full leather for only like $200 more. So I kind of wanted to compare and to contrast. So here we have, I don't know if this is leather or plastic to be honest, but this is definitely like a synthetic, I think it's vinyl or rubber bottom. Here is the bottom of the shoe. It looks like, reminds me of like Mario bricks, but it has Hermes made in Italy. Very lightweight. Here is the Hermes logo. This, I think, looks like it is leather, but very lightweight. And also what's interesting is you have the shoelaces, which are pretty cool with a little leather tab here. And it's very Halloween, so it's actually very seasonal. But I like Halloween because my daughter was basically born right around Halloween, so I'm all in with pumpkins and Halloween. Look at the inside of that. I don't think I've ever seen this before, but like the inside is bright orange. That's pretty cool. But I did go back between to get the all leather or to get the parachute / nylon fabric. And I think my essay had a really good point. She was like, the all leather ones seem to be confused as to what they were. And I felt like if I got this, I would legitimately wear this in a snowy day. But if I got the leather ones, I would probably baby them too much. So she was saying that the leather ones kind of didn't know what they wanted to be when they grew up, that, you know, are they a nice shoe or are they a casual shoe? And because I knew I wanted more of a casual shoe, I just went with the nylon ones. And this is, I think, a good example of where sometimes you just really have to trust your SA. And if they have an intuition, very rarely, I think, will they like impose something on you. But if they're bringing something up, I feel like sometimes you just got to go with their experience, because they're probably selling these things day and night. And obviously they don't want to like have things returned. So this is awesome. It also comes with another set of laces. Let me just double check. Oh, okay. So the other set of laces are actually all black. So that's good to know. If you don't like the Halloween color, you can always swap it out for all black, which maybe I'll do. I don't know, but I kind of like the Halloween for now, so I'll keep it. But I tried these on, and when I was in store, I actually tried, I think it was like white shearling ones. Those were so cute and they looked really good, but I didn't go for it because I knew I definitely wouldn't wear them. But here is the fresh ankle boots in Noir, and I am in the size 36. So I can't wait to start wearing these around town. And if you're enjoying yourself so far, I'd love for you to consider subscribing. If you love Hermes content, unboxing, storytelling, and vlogs, then you've come to the right place. All right, now to unbox this, and this is what I was really going into store to purchase. I had this on my wish list in Paris and nobody had it. FSH didn't have it, Sever didn't have it. So that of course made me want it even more. And sure enough, my essay came through. She's really so resourceful, which is why I think she's just the best. So let's open it up and you can see by the case what kind of a item this is. And it is the Farandal sterling silver drop earrings. These are so pretty. And of course I was wearing my Farandal 120 necklace to celebrate as well. I felt like, I'm not usually a matchy person, but when I saw this online, sometimes these pop up and I'll link it if I ever find them again. But I just thought that these were a really nice fine jewelry piece that would go with the necklace that I got, and I just could use a little more dangly earrings, and so I'll put them on and show you them in my ear. But here is a close-up of them. One, maybe you can see it has the Hermes stamped in, one doesn't, but you can of course flip it over and then both of them would have it stamped. I'll have to take them out and see how they naturally lay. Let's take off this. They have that kind of special back. I forget what exactly it's called, but let me just open it up. So it appears to me that I think, oh, you know what? That's funny. So here is how they are. It's really just that loop that holds the chain. So in theory, if you want the side without the Hermes, you can just have it lay like that. But if you want the side with the Hermes, all you have to do is flip it over. And then you have the Hermes pointing out. So, you know, in my quiet luxury way, I will flip it over and put it on so that the Hermes is not facing out. Now, I was a little worried about these because I was unclear how it would work, that front loop, and how that would look. it is kind of a bit of a challenge to put these in. So let me push it into my ear. It's not the easiest earring to get in, but I got there. Okay, I got it. Oh, that looks cool though. I see it dangling. So hopefully you can see. And let me do the other one. Okay, that one was actually a lot easier to get on. So far I like it. These might be a little droopy. I gotta look at it. Like, it might be interesting if there was a little more of a dot here and then down. It just kind of looks like it's sagging right out of my ear. So we'll see. It remains to be seen, but so far I like it. So I'm going to keep them on, but maybe that's why we don't see a lot of these. I don't know. I kind of like the dangling. This was an unexpected unboxing. However, they go so well with my necklace, obviously, so I don't know if it's too matchy-matchy. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, and now for my last item. Again, this is what I called a bag. All right, so now for a little story time. When I went and was with my essay, obviously what's funny is she didn't see any of my spend in Paris because it's like two different profiles almost. So when I was talking to her, if she looked into my records, it just looked like the last thing I bought was this Veracant sweater from her. So she had no idea what I was doing with my Hermes Paris journey and all the bags that I got. And I did tell her that I did go to Paris, but then I came back with a bunch of wish list items. But I didn't really tell her all the bags that I got, because again, I felt like that's kind of like cheating on your essay. And she probably might not want to offer me bags if she knew that I just got 3 bags. So I just kind of kept it cool and collected. And what's interesting also in my session is that very early on, as we were like picking out these items, she was like, I know you were interested in Rouge Ash, and we do have a Lindy 26. So I thought that was really interesting that she like came out the gate already offering me bags. So maybe she thought that between, you know, the spring when I shopped with her and now in the fall, maybe it was good timing. I'm not even sure. But I told her that the Lindy 26 was probably too big, and obviously I knew that I just bought my mini Lindy too, but she didn't know. So I do think that the 26 would be too big for me. However, I mean, Rouge Ash with gold hardware, that sounds like a beautiful Lindy. And I do like the format. It's growing on me. The larger size though, I felt like I couldn't justify. And she also said that she had a Rouge Ash in the Loop 18 bag, and that was also interesting to me, but I do already have my baton in the Loop bag. So again, I was like, oh, don't worry about it. She said she had a Rouge Ash mini Baron wallet, but obviously I already got my mini Baron wallet from her last year in Vert Jade. And so at that point, I knew I was in. And by in, I mean she was open to selling me a bag. And so with that, I immediately pared down my wish list, and I had some other items I was interested in asking her about, but we'll save those items for another day when I want to, you know, beef up my spend. Because the point is not to overspend, but we just want to get to an equilibrium point where both parties feel like it's time to purchase a bag. So we were at that point, which is great. Anyway, I, always ask my question of, do you have anything in green? I do believe her when she said she didn't have anything in green. And then I asked her about the mini her bag and the mini garden parties that I saw in Paris, and she was like, oh no, that's just on the runway. And she said that's probably a next year thing. So subscribe if you want to see if I score one of those babies. And then I saw they had an in the loop bum bag on display. I forget the color, but it was basically white. And so I asked her to try it on. For context, we had recently gone on a family vacation, and I bought a mini backpack from the brand Herschel, and that to me was the absolute MVP of the trip. I wore that mini backpack everywhere. I wore it to a water park, I wore it to all the restaurants that we went to, and I would even have it strapped to my back as we were eating dinner. So it's like just high enough so that my kids can't get at it. And so in my head I was like, all right, maybe let me check out what Hermes has in the way of kind of mini backpacks or bum bags. So to me, the use case was proven out that I would definitely enjoy a bum bag. And so I just had to see what Hermes had to offer so I could upgrade. So with that, let's open up this baby. And honestly, I didn't even know if this was considered a bag, but I guess it is. So let's just open it up. And what's also interesting is from my Hermes store, they did have the fancy ribbon. This is the same ribbon I had in Paris in the spirit of the Faubourg Hermes 2024. So apparently you can get it in the US. So here we are, let's open it up. There's 2 dust bags. So I present to you my new Hermes in the loop bum bag in swift calfskin in Noir. So this is pretty cool and very unexpected. You all know I'm a green lover, but they didn't have it in green. But I tried it on and I really liked it. So here it is. You can see that it is in Noir calfskin and it has the contrast white stitching, handmade, and I will give you the spin around. In the other dust bag is the strap, so we'll kind of look at that together. But it's pretty cool, and it's funny because this is actually becoming more of like a Sean Donkra / Farandall themed unboxing as well, but this is kind of that classic Farandall shape. So again, I didn't know if this was considered a bag, but when I look at the receipt, it says handbag, fanny pack, Hermes in the loop, swift calfskin. So I guess they do consider it a bag. But I see this as a very practical purchase. And similar to how I've always said that the Evelyn bag is a great mom bag, I similarly think that this could be a really good workhorse. And I can wear it really against my body, around my kids. I'm hoping that I won't be too precious with the swift calfskin, but it kind of feels good. It feels like, kind of like a car leather seat. It's not like shiny like a box leather. It just feels very soft. And because I can wear it around my kids, I basically feel like I'm providing for the family when I'm buying this bag. So that's how I'm justifying it. And let's open her up. It has the top zipper. Inside it has a piece of styrofoam. So we'll take that out. The styrofoam is kind of like cut in the way that the bag is shaped. But a very simplistic inside. It has Hermes Paris, made in France, the stamping in there. 1 slip pocket in the back. A very shallow one, so I feel like it would only hold like a card. There's no like contrast stitching inside. And so I'll zip it back up. And what's interesting, it has kind of like a curved shape to it, which I like, which probably means that it can like hug your body a little more. And then on the back, it has these 2 rings. I like that a lot, actually. And then let's look at the strap. So let's open this up. And here is the leather strap that it comes with, but you could even probably buy your own strap. So it is adjustable, and it is not the kind of strap that has like holes and a little peg. It's just kind of like a continuous strap. So that's nice to know. But this side does have a fixed peg. So the way this works is to get it onto the larger one, this actually pulls out. It's on a spring, so that pulls out and you can put it to the side. You can just like add on however works for you. And you pull it out and you put it back. Now this one on the other side does have to be fixed. This little thing does shimmy. And then we open up the peg. Here's where we see Hermes Paris, made in France. And then we will loop it through here. Attach the strap there, and then put that back to secure the strap. So here it is. I like that so far. So let's talk about the color. I have only one other Noir Hermes bag, and that's my Constance Mini with the gold hardware. Noir is something I typically don't seek out, but again, going back to trusting my SA, I just straight up asked her when she showed me this one. I was like, how often do you come by these? And do we think we could get one in green? And she said that in all the years that she's been at Hermes, which is like 15 years, she's only seen 2 available for sale. And I was like, 2 in 15 years? Now granted, this style hasn't been out for all that 15 years, but let's call it 5 years, and she's only seen 2. So that's really when I had to really just take her guidance and snatch it up. Because this black is still very cool, very casual. I do like this contrast stitching, and I told her it reminds me of The Nightmare Before Christmas, which I love, and I just feel like it could go with things. The other thing is that you can't have too much green because then the greens start clashing, so I think if I wear this green Akanth sweater, that it would go well with that. So before I head into mod shots, we can do a quick what fits. So we'll open her up, and she's empty. I'll put in my phone, which is a iPhone 15 Pro, not a Pro Max. You can see that fits in there very comfortably. I have an example of my Chanel card holder. Love this one. My car keys. This is from Dress Up Your Purse. And also AirPods. So I feel like this is kind of the most it could handle. And in fact, honestly, I probably wouldn't even keep my phone in there. So with the other three things, the wallet, the car keys, and the AirPods, that's not bad. I could definitely fit in more, but it zips comfortably. And so it's nice that this is, you know, thicker and then it kind of slopes down. But that's all I need if I am like in a amusement park or if I am on the go and I have my phone in my hands. So let's do some mod shots. So first off, we'll try the boots. And the more I look at them, the more I do think that this is leather. So I think that's the real deal. So that is the first boot. They're very cool. They're very like combat boot-like. So in a way, I feel very fashionable already. I might even see if I can like just keep them loose enough that I can just not have to tie them and retie them. So far, very comfortable. Look at that. If you like the combat boot look, which I do, in fact, this is very 90s. I feel like I'm wearing my old Doc Martens. You might like these a lot. And I am glad that I got the nylon because again, it's very light, but I feel like I wouldn't mind going out in the rain in these. So I'm hoping that I can actually use these because that's why I bought them. I was really going back and forth about this versus other colors, but I think the black is just a cool enough color that I know I will use these a lot, even to go back and forth from work. So I'm happy with these. All right, and now let's talk about the bag. So here is the bum bag. It has everything in it that I had before, and this is how I would use it. I would just put it over my shoulder, but I definitely see it as kind of like a on my back, kind of like that. I kind of like this piece under my arm. I actually like it close to my chest, so it's probably gonna be like above here, under my armpit. Like just be aware if you have jewelry that it would go over your jewelry. But I like it. I will play around with the dimensions, but so far, that's cool. And then if I needed to get money out real fast, I just go whoop, and I open it up. I can get my wallet, pay for some candy or whatever my kids want, put it back, and then just go right back to having it on my back. I like that a lot. I think I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this. And again, if I wanna even style it like this, then we have this nice kind of jut out here. So it could be like right out in front of me on my chest, under my arm, to my side, or very quickly on my back. And you can see how much it juts off of my body. But I like that. I'm super happy. And if we wanted to really see what it would look like as a bum bag, this is kind of what it would look like. Now I would definitely have to tighten it, but you know, that's not awful either. But it would have to be to the side because of this weird like angle. It's not like straight across. But I like that angle a lot, and I think that's a really smart part of their design. But of course I would probably never wear it like that. And here's the whole ensemble. I'm ready for the fall. So thank you to those who stayed with me to the end. Let me know in the comments if any of you have the In the Loop bum bag or the fresh angle boots and how you like them. I welcome you to follow me on Instagram if you'd like to see more of how I style these items in my day-to-day and other luxury moments. If you've enjoyed this video, I invite you to go down the rabbit hole that is my luxury unboxing playlist, and I'll put that link here. Please like it if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!